Hey everyone, hope you are well. Welcome to our channel. We're going to keep this video fairly short and sweet, but we're going to look at pros and cons of having animals in a van. For those of you that don't know, this is Bree. Bree is a collie cross lab. You've probably seen him, if you've seen our other videos, wandering around in the background. But yeah, he's 15, collie cross lab, and he is awesome. He's such a good dog. He's actually everything that you want. He's calm, quiet, chilled. He's just so cool. I've never met a dog that I like more than Bree. He's just awesome. Aren't you, mate? Anyway, with that said, we're going to get into the pros and cons. We'll do cons first so we can get them out of the way, and then we can focus on all the good. Can't we? Yes. Okay, so number one, hair. The hair gets everywhere. It gets in your mouth, it gets on your feet, it gets in your drinking water, it gets in your cooking. It just does. Which is not nice. It's pretty gross. And for Bree, he's a molter, like a serious molter. So we're having to like brush out our van probably twice a day, once a day certainly. It's a bit gross, but unfortunately they do it, so something to consider. Number two, the smell. Yeah, he's not an overly smelly dog, but all dogs, you know, they do smell. So you've got to consider, where are you going to wash them? If you've got a van with a shower in it, awesome. If you've got one with like a shower that's outside that you can hose them down, that's also really good. We take Bree to the river or a lake or just the sea. We usually get some eco-friendly conditioner and shampoo and stuff. We give him a good scrubbing, make sure he smells good, and then yeah, chuck his ball in the river and he'll go and get it, and he'll, you know, wash it all out. So that's a good one to consider. It's how you give them a wash. Next we've got, looking at my list, noise. We've got a 5-month-old, Jesse, and he sleeps in his crib just here. As soon as we put him to bed, Bree sees that as the opportune moment to come and walk around, stretch his legs, get a drink, maybe sniff out for some food, and it's noisy. We've got laminate flooring and Bree's nails. Yeah, it's quite noisy. Bree's a little bit wobbly on his legs anyway, so if he falls over, yeah, it's just more noise. So I don't know, maybe we put a rug in the front, so we've got a bit more, yeah, little bit of carpeted area, so it's not as noisy, but still, considering noise. Next on our list, we have got, you can't do everything that you want to do. They are a bit of, sorry, it's bonfire night and Bree doesn't like fireworks, so we're trying to keep him chill, keep him calm in the van. Where did I get to? Yeah, you can't do all the stuff you want to do. Some beaches, certainly in the UK, have a certain time period of when you're allowed to take dogs on and off the beach. So yeah, you've got to plan around a little bit. Maybe if you want to go to a pub or a cafe, you've got to check, see if they're dog friendly or not. So that's something to factor in, especially in summer, because, you know, ultimately this van is a metal box and it gets hot, so you've got to, you know, look after them and make sure that you can be around. You don't want to be leaving them in a van to get hot. That's just not fair. So yeah, looking at things like that. Also, the cost of owning a pet. Bree cost us 180 quid last week because we had to get him some medication. And this one isn't specifically tailored to just van life, because, you know, anyone can have a pet, but it's another thing you've got to think about. Their food costs money, toys cost money, gotta remember the toys. Treats, vets. So yeah, something to consider there. Stealth. If you're living in a van, you're doing it stealth, incognito. You don't want anyone to know you're there. A little noise or a tap on the door, Bree barks. So yeah, they might blow your cover. So another thing. Also, just going back to the smell, not only can you wash the dog and get them clean, that's great, but also their farts. Their farts stink, especially Bree's. He sleeps under here, I sleep up there, and Bree's butt is right underneath my head. So unfortunately, I get his farts throughout the night, and it's pretty grim. So maybe you want to consider putting the dog or whatever animal you've got in a different location, not straight under your nostrils. Anyway, that's all the cons. So now we're going to go for the pros, because this is a much nicer category. And let me just say that although the pros category is smaller than the cons category, the pros outweigh the cons massively. It's awesome having him around. So, and we wouldn't be doing this without him. So just say that first off the bat. Okay, so the pros. A good friend. Bree is so reliable. He's so good to have around. You know, I'll be stood somewhere and he'll come up to me and he'll just turn around, sit right next to me, sit himself down, and you just know that that's such a loyal dog. So he's so loyal, he's so loving, he's so compassionate. He's just brilliant. So having a good companion around, especially if you're doing van life on your own, winner, absolute winner. Number 2, security. So obviously we've already touched on the con of stealth. If you're trying to be incognito, this is the flip side. So they're brilliant for if you need security. If someone knocked on the door, he'd bark. That gives someone enough motive to not open that door. So yeah, in that sense, really, really good. And they've got your back. 3, we've got memories. Life's all about making memories, and these guys certainly make memories. Whether it's through them doing funny things, going on a walk, whatever it is, it's really amazing. And yeah, Bree was the ring bearer at our wedding, so that's something I will never forget. He was epic. He was so cool, weren't you, mate? Yeah. So yeah, making memories is a huge one. They get you active. Taking them for walks, taking them for runs, going to the park, going in the woods, going to the beach or on the street, wherever you are. They get you out of the van, they get you active, not only physically but also mentally. Mental health wise, Bree's brilliant. Well, I say Bree, dogs in general, brilliant. They, you know, they calm you down, and they give you something to focus on. They make, you know, they make it like you're not alone, and you're not alone when you're with an animal, because they just rock. And the last one that we've got is Bree's basically a hoop. So our floor, other than hair, is always immaculate. It's great. Oh, and mud. He doesn't eat mud, but most things he will eat. So yeah, he like eating the scraps of our food. If we waste food, Bree's straight there on it. So we don't waste food, because it goes back into Bree, isn't it, mate? So that's it. That's our pros and cons list. Feel free to write any more in the comments. Share with people that are going to see this video. If you want to consider subscribing, please feel free to do so. Like our videos, share our videos, please do. But yeah, with that said, that's the end of this video, and we'll see you in the next one.